Traditional giving with foundations, what happens is people will apply for a grant and they'll turn in a proposal and they'll have lots of pages and it takes lots of time. But grassroots philanthropy really is trying to move away from that process and really get to know the individual.
This is something else that grassroots philanthropy kind of wants to address. We focus on the relationship more than how well they filled out the piece of paper. With a traditional foundation, if you filled out the paper wrong, you're rejected immediately. We want to foster that relationship and really get the grant into a state that we can fund it.
Even though our giving, we call it paperless giving, we still need to know some specific kinds of information. So of course we need their name, their contact information like an email address, phone number, address.
The application only has 2 questions, well 3 questions. Tell us about your project, tell us about the impact of the project, and how much the project will cost.
And we really don't want a lot of information with that. We want just a quick couple of paragraphs tops of just information on what they intend to do and then what impact they see that project will have or what that funding will do.
And once we were able to streamline all the paperwork just down to those 3 questions, we can go through. We have teams of students who come in and read the grants every day. And by doing this, we can process the grants within 48 hours.
Well, usually we try to have multiple washing machines, and so since our washing machine broke, we've only been able to have one. Sometimes the women have to wait up to probably like 4 days in order for everyone else to have an equal share of doing their laundry. So you can imagine like going and doing like your work and then showering and then putting back on dirty clothes. They're coming from a very traumatic situation. Basically, the only way that you can live at the shelter is if you're a victim of domestic violence. So they're already really like shaken up, and usually they're fleeing from their abuser, and they can only come with just a few items of clothing, and sometimes they just come with 1 pair of clothes. So when I heard that I could get this grant within like 48 hours, like applied and stuff, and after I've done the application process, it's like been like less than 3 weeks, which is amazing. The turnover was so fast between finding out about it, applying, and getting the check and purchasing the washing machine was like a month. When I told some of the women that have been there for a while that we're getting a new washing machine, they were so excited, and we've had a sign on it for our old one for a while that said, "Sorry, I'm broken," and it's been really difficult, and I've heard the women get up at all hours just to do laundry so that they'll have clean clothes for their kids. So getting a new one will help them be able to just like stay asleep and not have to wake up to just do laundry, and they're really excited about it. So.